Alright, this is probably about my fourth attempt at doing this because sitting alone talking to myself about math is pretty strange. Let's take a look at this first problem though. So we are given this fancy little function here and we're told to evaluate each of the following. Let's take a look at this. So I'm looking for f of 1. Because remember, that's how we're going to pronounce these. Ooh. Okay, my handwriting's not so bad with this little trackpad. All right, so f of 1 means we are looking for the y value when our x value is 1. So this little guy in parentheses is always telling us what our x value is, and we are looking for the y value. F of x, remember, is just a fancy way to say y because mathematicians just can't make anything easy, can they? But once we break it down like that, this problem isn't so hard. Woo. All right, so f of 1, we're looking where our x value is 1, which is going to be right over here. Now let's just see the value of my function. So I'm going to keep going up and up and up. So f of 1, so when my x value is 1, my y value is 1, 2, 3, 4. So f of 1 equals 4. And once we get the hang of these, they're going to work pretty much the same way every time. So this next one, I'm looking for f of 5. Well, 5 is my x value. And I'm looking for the corresponding y value. Well, I'm going to hop on over to my graph here. My x value is 5, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. And now I just need to find where my function is. Well, just chilling down here at -2. So f of 5 is -2. And again, all this notation is saying is that when x is 5, my y value is -2. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. So it's going to take some getting used to. All right, next one. F of -3. As always, -3 is my x value. So I'm going to go to -3. So 1, 2, 3. Find it on my graph, right over here at the end. So f of -3 is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the negative direction. So -4. So when my x value is -3, my y value is -4. All right, last one on this part. So f of 0, again, same thing. I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm pretty impressed that my handwriting isn't as abysmal as I thought it'd be using my little Mac trackpad. All right, so f of 0, x is 0. We're going to go up to our function, and our y value is 2. So f of 0 equals 2. Okay. My gut instinct here was to ask any questions, but unfortunately, I can't really help you because I'm in Orlando. My condolences. If you have any questions, maybe turn to the person next to you. Maybe they can answer it. I have faith in your classmates. Alright guys, so I totally accidentally erased the page. Destroyed my train of thought. I've had to restart from this point, like 2 times. It's cool. We're getting through. So we want to solve each of the following for all values of the input x. So we're solving for x values that make these true. Okay. So this first one, f of x equals 0. If we recall, f of x is just the pretentious mathematician way of saying y. So this guy just means y. So we are looking for x values. So we're looking for what x values are going to work here where y equals 0. And remember, our y-axis is the one going up and down here. So I'm going to shoot right over to 0 on my y-axis. And let's see where the graph takes on that value. So over here, my y value is 0. This is the point -1, 0. Over here, my y value is 0 at the point 4, 0. And over here, my y value is 0 at the point 7, 0. So I've got, oh, this is not showing up on this graph. It's hard writing diagonally. All right, so -1, 0, 4, 0, and 7, 0. So my x values, where my output y is 0, are just going to be x equals -1. I'm going to put a comma because I don't feel like writing x equals that many times because that one was abysmally sloppy. It could also equal 4, or x could equal 7. So again, all this question is asking me is what x values give me a y value of 0, and that'll be our -1, our 4, and our 7. All right, the next one is super similar. All right. Ooh, let's erase that. Wonderful. Okay. So now we're looking for f of x equals 2. Well, again, f of x just means y. So we're looking for the x values where y is equal to 2. So our x values where y is 2. I'm going to go up to y equals 2 up here. So again, on my y-axis, this would be 2. I'm going to mark that point off because my function intersects there. I'm going to mark that point off. All right, so y equals 2 when x is 0. So this is my point 0, 2. And when x is 3. So 3, 2. Oh, God, that 3 is awful. Whew. All right. So my answer's going to be x equals 0 or x equals 3. Okay. If you have any questions, turn to the person around you. If you're really stuck, you can always email me. I will have my phone on me and everything. But yeah, there's the first part, and you are going to be on the next page on this Unio platform that I'm using. You're going to get a little quiz. It's just a way of making sure you're doing the work and answering the questions. So just do your best. It won't count against you. All right, moving on.